Okay, good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the System Open event from Malmö in Sweden from the 2019. I understand there's supposed to be 2 seasons, isn't there, for System Open, so this is the first season, because I think in September and a second season starts up or something weird. They said that they were going to refresh the prizes for the next season or something. But anyway, good morning, thank you for joining us. We've got 6 rounds of X-Wing ahead of us today in this inaugural System Open event in Sweden, on Swedish territories. And we are facing off Bjorn K. Nilsson against Johan Kvick. I don't know, something like that, I should guess. Let me get rid of some of these windows I got open. Right, so meanwhile, and that table is going to keep moving, and I'm seeing the cloth underneath rippling. This is going to be an interesting weekend. Okay, so anyway, let's see if this is working today. Not that, this one. Why does it flicker like that? Okay, so Bjorn from Malmö is playing the K-Wing with barrage rockets, Sabine Wren and proton bombs. That's the one. That's the white one on our screens. Now, when you watch the table camera, you can identify the K-Wings by the fact that he has a little canopy marking on the cowl of the cockpit, painted white, yellow, green and blue, which as we go through the match will start to become a bit more clearer. Barrage rockets with proton bombs, barrage rockets with proton bombs, and more barrage rockets and proton bombs. Okay. And over on the other side of the table we've got Johan. And Johan is playing, wait a minute, there we go. Let's get Johan's other screen up. That one's gone blank flash as well. Johan Vick playing Suntirfell with no upgrades, Darth Vader with fire control system and afterburners, and Major Vinder with fire control system, advanced proton torpedoes, advanced slam, OS-1 arsenal loadout, and proton torpedoes. So the famous Denver winning list, not Denver, Colorado, I should say. I think it was actually in Denver. And we're moving on from there. So as things start up, let's give me a second to load up some copies of the list here. So on Bjorn's side of the table, the K-Wings have the barrage rockets to allow him to spend a focus token to attack, giving him a 3 dice attack at range 2 to 3 after spending 1 charge. And if the defender is in his bullseye arc, you may spend 1 or more charge tokens to re-roll that many attack dice. Not bad. And I guess does it recover charges? I'm not seeing the icon to recover charges on that. I guess not. Okay, and the proton bombs we know about, that allows him to deal face-up damage card to the defender, to the ship it affects, all ships that are in range 1 of the template, of the bomb template when it's dropped. During the system phase, you may spend 1 charge to drop a proton bomb using the bomb template. It doesn't actually say on the card what it does. And then he's got Sabine, which allows him in 2nd edition to on the card he's got an ion token, he's got a jam token, a stress token and tractor token, and then whenever one of his bombs causes damage on Johan's ships, he gets to assign one of those tokens to that ship. Let me put my phone on silent here. Okay, done. Whereas on Johan's side of the table, Suntirfell, pretty obvious there about having his action economy and how he gets 1 focus token for an enemy ship in his bullseye arc at the beginning of the engagement phase. And the afterburners on the ship allow him to perform an action and then do a red boost or barrel roll. Vader is the one who gets to spend his force tokens to do extra actions. The fire control systems allow him to re-roll one attack die. It's basically an old kind of Predator, but contingent of having a target lock. And after executing speed 3 to 5 maneuvers, he can spend a charge to get a free boost action for his afterburners. Fire control system also on Major Vinder, so he'll also be looking for that economy of action with the target locks. Advanced proton torpedoes are the ones that work at range 1, 5 dice, and give him a free crit in exchange for a hit. The advanced slam, which I actually got right here, haven't I? Or is it ADV? Oh, right, okay, yeah, right, advanced slam. After you execute a boost action, if you fully execute the maneuver, you may form a white action on your action bar, treating that action as red. Yeah, it's like the technicalities of the rulings that you can perform a white action but treat it as red. And the OS1 loadout. Exactly 1 disarm token. You may still perform torpedo and missile attacks. Doesn't have any missiles on it. He's got those torpedoes. He's got the proton torpedoes and advanced proton torpedoes, giving him full range cover. So basically any situation he gets into, let me just double check something here, proton torpedoes, because as far as I'm remembering correctly, he needs to have a target lock. He doesn't need to spend it, correct? To initiate the attack, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so like I say, he's got full economy of action there. As long as he's got a target lock, he's got as much as 4 to 5 dice at any range. He's got the ability to re-roll one of those dice thanks to the fire control system. And then the arsenal loadout allows him to fire the torpedoes even though he's got a disarm token. Yeah, so a pretty heavy Major Vinder there. Like, there's not much you can do to stop that guy shooting at you. So let me get myself onto the chat as well. Wrong button. Where is it? Oh, I don't have it. I don't have Twitch on the new. I've reformatted my tablet and I'm not. Oh yeah, I've got it. But I haven't logged in on this one yet. So just so you can understand what's going on here, I've got Orphe up now, yeah, I know. You're hearing a lot of background noise right now because we've got the Destiny game set up right next, not right next to me, about 1.5 meters away from me. So when you can hear dice going, that's because of Destiny. Ignore that. Right, 37445. 30 is my code. No, I gotta turn that off anyway. Yeah, okay, well, how do I get rid of this? And let's go over to my channel. There we go, I'm almost there now. Yeah. What I need to do, glad to see you about the K-Wings. Yes, I finally managed to get those K-Wings on camera. After Rick Van Ness dodging me endlessly through the Milton Keynes system open. Who I don't think is actually here today. Okay, okay. Tap here to verify your consent. I do verify, I do. Thank you. Okay, and that seems to be our on. So thank you very much for joining us this morning. We've already got 55 viewers at this time in the morning. That's a pretty big showing. And it's just gone 10 o'clock in the morning. So obviously, as the day goes on, as the United States sleepily wakes up, and of course I think they've got a system open this weekend as well. So we're probably going to have some overlap where there's a system open from the UK, from the Europe and US transmitting at the same time. So, the clock is not running either, is it? Damn. Okay. Let me double check what time they've got on their side. And that should be it. That should be the teething troubles over with. Let me see if I put 0-1 on here. It will work. Looks like it. Press start. There we go. Okay. Everything's running. Everything's going well. Okay, so cool. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Oh, Broski is Rick Van Ness. There we go. So shout out to Rick Van Ness. Your list is propagating heavily, it would appear. I understand there's quite a few of them flying today. And I've got to quickly go speak to Tournament HQ just to get some information about player numbers and stuff like that. In fact, I might even... I don't know.
Vader.
Hade han afterburners och
Jag testar ett antag. Sen så rullar jag ut här.
Och jag har inga skott. Så framöver. Weapon
Okay, so yeah, right now the thing is we've got 92 players from what I can see. There might be 93 because I thought I saw a dude walking around looking like he had nothing to do for a minute. So what I'm going to do is, as it's quite chill at the moment, and they've not quite. I mean, they're probably going to get into engagement in the next round, and so I'm probably too late to be doing what I want to do. But I wanted to. I mean, with that many tables, it wouldn't be too hard for me to go around and get actual numbers on factions. So I thought I might try and do that for 10 minutes, and then get back on to doing this proper. Get back onto the stream full time, as it would be more interesting for us to have.
Jag ska bara kolla de här.
Ja, gör det.
Det är liksom...
Ja, det här är klurigt. Det är liksom...
Ja, det är...
Jag har aldrig mött en lista, jag har ingen aning om liksom var de försöker köra någonstans.
Ja, kör det.
Ja, då rullar vi på i alla fall. Vi börjar med han borta, han ska försöka banka in. Han passar på det då. Det går det funkar. Tänkt. Snubben, ta det lugnt. Geometri. Sådär, rätt.
Ska vi markera din kanske?
Ja, det kan få göra.
Ta den på sidan helst. Jag tror aktionen är precis där. Eller bakom kan du ta.
Där bakom.
Ja, och X-Wing competitors, that is just over 45 minutes remaining in the round. 4 or 5 minutes remaining in the round.
Är du okej med den?
Ja, förlåt.
Och sen så hosta in. Den här rackaren. Jag använder min afterburners.
Okej.
Så. Sen som action så flyttar jag min lock dit. Nej, vänta nu. Och jag flyttar min lock dit. Och sen spenderar en sån för en fokus. Och sen ska vi se om Sonti får en... Jag kan mäta om du vill, men jag säger att den är inne.
Du är inne. Du är inne. Ingen fara.
Så, du skjuter Sonti först då?
Ja, jag försöker svara mig lite grann då. Så många tärningar han har, vad sur han är. Och det är på nummer 1.
Kan du skjuta? Du kan skjuta den och den.
Ja.
Och den.
Den är på inte.
Nej, vi behåller 2 sådana.
2 sekunder. Jag har ingen nytta av det fokuset så att vi spenderar det. Så en själv borta på Sabin.
Yes. Sen skjuter vi där på range 1 där då.
Jajamän.
Ska vi se. Jag spenderar min lock. Och rullar om och spenderar min fokus här.
Fokus 4. Jag rullar in där på Ballon nummer 4. Har 3 stycken sköldar. Ner. Nummer rätt också.
Sen får inte jag skjuta den
Där
här.
nere har vi en skott med. Så då har vi lite hämnd i alla fall. Ja, vi har ju där range 2.
Jag tror det är någon sten. Eftersom att den är lite vriden där. Du kan kalla domaren om du vill, men jag säger att det är sten.
Jag håller med, det är sent. Som sagt, den är vriden. Spendera. Inget rätt. Och samma sak där då.
Range 2 genom sten igen.
Range 2 genom sten. Spendera för 2.
Inget rätt.
Rätt som en bett. Ja. Och nu ska vi se här om där. Då är vi färdiga, va? Det är färdigt. Han där kan skjuta ner där för att få vidare. Han har ju skott där nere. Och med sin turret är dåligt. Det är range 2 genom en sten igen, va? Jag tror. Det var den där. Det är 3 med. Han kommer ju dö över det här. Spendera i alla fall.
Ja, jag får spendera en till force då.
En force. Ja.
Och få tillbaka sen.
Ja. Precis, han bara stoppar in. Gamla cashkorten. I just want to know what vaccine is like.
Okay, I'm back, and it looks like stuff's gone on, but give me a second here to get some maths done. Because I know the faction split. And then I'll get everything up to date. And I'll be all yours once I'm done with this, guys, I promise. I just kind of figured I'd take advantage as things would chill. So let's see, I've got Rebs, I've got Imps, I've got, well, do it properly, Simon. Rebel, Imperial, Scum, and Vianney. Resistance, First Order, Republic, and Separatist. I'm not sure I've written that correctly. Let's double check. Is it separatist or separatist? Separatist. Well, let's give me the Spanish. Separatist. No, don't give me a translation. Separatist, yeah, okay. Separatist. Done. Okay, right, counts are... Out of 91 players, we have 29 Rebels, 21 Imperials, 10 Scum, 6 Resistance, 4 First Order, 11 Republic, and 10 Separatists. Right. These are percentages. Decimal place. What was that noise? Okay, so yeah, 32% Rebel, 23% Imperial, 11% Scum and Villainy, 7% Resistance, and 7% Resistance, 4% First Order, 12% Republic, and 11% Separatist. Make a little graphic for this, make everything cool. And we'll post that on Facebook, and then I'll be done. Insert pie chart. No, dum head, you got it the wrong way round. Done.
Alright. Då släpper vi bomber. Vi släpper med alla. Det är inte lönt att spara på allt. Vi börjar lägga ut mattan. Där är där nere.
No, where I can make the labels, do the call-outs.
Jag vill ha en mitt där.
Ja, så bort.
Yes.
Då börjar vi köra.
Ja.
Vi börjar med den här debatten. Där tar vi fokus. En tvåbanks, vi får nog lyfta på vägen lite grann.
Då lägger den bak här.
Ja. Så. Banka in, vi hoppar med en zoom till. Trångt här borta.
You go away. Thank you. Now you. Yeah, I want to change.
Ja, den sista kan du
I
ta
hate
där.
doing this. Format data labels. Yeah, but then how do I change the text size? Horizontal, customer, or this?
Och där tror jag att... Vi nöjer oss med fokus här också. Vi ser vad som händer.
Vilka är det som är skadade?
Belou har tagit 3 sköldar och Sabine har tagit 1 sköld.
Right, what are they? What am I looking for right now?
Ja, jag har något helt jävla galet här nu. Jag testar att slamma upp här.
Wrong one. X-wing symbols.
Vi har också grejer.
Och då använder jag mina Advanced Slam.
Ja.
Jag lägger en target där.
Jajamän.
Jag blir stressad.
Han har riktigt snyggt här.
Ja, med den.
Jajamän.
Jag håller i den här.
Where is it? If separatists are there, the other ones are going to be there. Where are they? Ah, that's first order.
Eftermiddagen för idag i alla fall.
Ja. Sen så gör vi så här.
No, it's just going to find
Target lock.
Jedi.
Vilka var skadade? Den och...
De två skadade. En sköld där, 3 sköldar där.
Oh, that's right. Republic is basically the same symbol as Imperial or something, isn't it? There's one of them.
Här då.
And that is the Solidus.
Vart är min...
So that must be it. Or So I don't know where that's the actual key.
So
Okay,
what's
so
the force for the barrel?
Så kommer träsket. Så. Och det är det är nog bara jag som tar en smäll, tror jag. Ja.
okay, now get rid of this.
Från den.
And let's do another one.
Den träffar inget.
Or
Den
goes
träffar
like
inget.
this.
Den träffar inget.
Då byter vinddrag.
So this is where it would be an advantage to have somebody else, a little helper, to do things for me, because this is not
Fire control
working out too well.
och en krita.
Right, now
Så
you
att...
need to change your text. You can go away.
Då är det en hitrakit nivå. Så se, det var det här leken, va? Så vi tar rätt. Så att en hit och en hit. Direct hit.
Format legend.
Yes.
No.
Då är det väl lite return fire här då.
Det verkar inte bättre.
Så vi ser vilka som ser här. Där har vi en sidoark i varje fall. Rakt in, range 1.
Och den
Ja. Han skjuter med sitt turret.
Yes.
Räcker.
Wrong, idiot.
Hit.
3-7 down.
Sen han där ser. Nej. Då vet vi med han.
Vi tar en lång.
Nej,
Vi tar här.
inte.
Nu gäller det inte, om du håller i skeppen.
Ja.
Wait, nu får jag tillbaka, men den... Men det känns som att det är ganska långt utanför. Jag tyckte den var ganska långt
Ja,
utanför.
nej, jag tror. Det var vad jag trodde från början. Så.
Ja, jag tror faktiskt också det. Om det är okej för dig?
Ja, absolut. Ja, men det var så lite så att det är inte någon skillnad. Min gissning hade varit att han var uppe från början, så det går att köra det. Men så frågan han där, om han har range 1, men det är han nog tyvärr. Nej, det är inte. Han får skjuta raketer på dig. Se, bit, använder så. Och lite missil. Bara kör raketer. Ja, spendera på det.
Okay. Wow, Johan got way out of there, huh?
Jaha, han får 6.
Right, I'm done with this, I think. So let's just go copy and drop that into Facebook.
Ja. Vi har
Det är väl bara en som kan skjuta.
han har skott här också.
Även
Sidan då. Det ser ut att vara inne precis här. Den ser ut att vinna här. Ungefär lika mycket som den andra.
men jag håller med.
Sen det tar ut igen då. Inte för. Ja, men. Yes.
Oh,
I haven't seen you in years.
yeah, I mean, and I'm forgetting who you are now, but I...
I used to play X-Wing. I've been on your stream.
Yeah, from Northern Ireland. Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, okay. Simon Willis, there we go.
Apparently this isn't working. We're rolling this one.
I don't know. It was, as far as I was aware, it was working. I don't know. Hello, Wobrat Open! How are things in Cork, if I remember correctly? I'm almost done here. I need to get... No, I want to go to I need to go to my... Have I got sound coming out? Yes.
Just really wanted
Dashboard. Okay, I apologise for the spottiness of this, but like I said, I had the opportunity to do something I wanted to try and make sure I could. 99 viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Where's the thing where it just gives me a link I can copy? What's that? No, that's not what I want. I should just go back to my channel.
Ja, det här var lite spännande.
No, not my profile.
Vi ser hur vi
Channel. Yeah.
kommer ur det här träsket.
There we go. That's what I was wanting. I just didn't want to make noise, but oh well.
Convince you. It's cheap.
And let's be a bit cheeky about it as well. Let me get a smiley face on it, like that one. That'll do very nicely. And share. Okay, I'm done. You'll see if you are a follower of the Facebook page. Please do go on over there. You'll be able to see the faction representation, along with a cheeky little dig by myself. But yeah, that's that done and taken care of. I might as well just minimize that rather than playing with it. Because I've not saved it. It's not worth saving it either. So let me go double check on the state of the board and keep things up to busy.
Okej, men hjälper. Ja, absolut. Det är som är fina med det. De som kommer klara sig på äldreboendet sen, det är ju gamla X-Wing-spelare. De hjälper varandra. Har lite bomber där då. Så färdig med dem, sista fix. Då börjar vi köra med han här. Nu blir det sant, se var han ska landa någonstans. Svänga. Stannar.
Right, there we go. Back on track. Everything's ready to go. Vind has taken 2 damage cards already. Just down to 2 whole points left. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here in Sweden. Thank you very much to everybody who helped contribute through the GoFundMe page. Just to explain, because obviously I will be asked, reminding everybody later that normally these events are funded by the support I receive through Patreon. In this case, no. Because the money I have through Patreon is not, I don't get much. I'm perfectly happy with what I get. I get like $200 a month right now, but that's not enough to pay for traveling around Europe every single month. So what I try and do is I was trying to build the money up, and I've just managed this week to secure all my accommodation and flights for the European Championships in August. So I will be coming to the European Championships in August and streaming there. Yeah, so that all got taken care of this week, so my money was all kind of tied up. And this month I was planning to stream the Spanish Team Championship, which we have in Valencia on my home turf this weekend, as my event for this month, as that was kind of like a cheaper one for me, and that meant I could kind of like pool my resources better for the future. Okay, so yeah, what happened was after the UK System Open in the UK, after the System Open in Milton Keynes, I should say, I spoke to the organisation team. I said, if I came, would it be possible? And they said, yeah, we'd be able to make space for you. And then some of the group from Sweden discussed about whether or not I'd be able to make it. I was like, you know, the problem is that my money's tied up right now. I have to get the stuff sorted out for European Championships. I can't keep putting it off. I have to get that. I have to dedicate the money I've got now to European Championships. So I don't really have the money now to come to Malmö. And they said, well, what if we did a collection for you? And they did. They put up a GoFundMe, and it managed to go past its goal, thanks to everybody who contributed through there. And that's why I'm here today, to be able to bring this tournament to you. So yeah, we've got a bunch of proton bombs ready to pop on the table. Damn. And obviously I've not been paying attention, so I'm not quite sure in what order we're in. I can see we are moving Vader, so I'm guessing Vinder's pretty much where he is right now, and the Wardens as well. So Some damage cards are coming out here.
Den här bomben först. Skada på Sabine.
Okay, so Sabine and
Skada på dig, för då använder även Sabines token.
it's a face down card, is it? Okay.
Så att vi rullar in dig i den andra bomben. Ja, vill du ska flytta den? Eller kan vi bort den? Den kan vi ta bort här.
Ja, man kan göra så.
And he gave him a track to be in token, I think.
X-Wing competitors, that is 20 minutes remaining in the round. 2-0 minutes
That face up
remaining in
damage
this
card
round.
is hull breach, I think, and that's a fuel leak.
Ja, men den dör så det är
Where's my cheat sheet?
Vi kan visa för streamen att den rullar in, boom.
That's correct. What I should probably have done. And boom goes Winder.
Vi var med en och det var rätt på den här bomben.
är något skytte där.
Det var inte det, va? Fullt lite tomma luften.
Här på den gula har
Vad sa du?
Är det på bönden? Eller den som är skadad? Det är den vita.
Den vita där, precis. Det var den blåsten.
So 91 players. If you do pop on over to the Facebook page, you can see that on the Facebook page. Do consider giving me a like there if you've not already done that. I'm nearly at 1,000 likes now. That's something I'm really happy about. Once again, this is not something. I'm not trying to make a business out of this. I do this for a hobby, just like you guys do. So, which is part of the reason why the Patreon doesn't really get any rewards, because dedicating time and resources and the money I get to that would be a poor investment, malinvested. Is that what we say in English? Yeah, but just be poor investment of time and money when I've got very little time and money as it is. So I try and kind of dedicate what I get to being able to come to the events. And yeah, I could probably try and try and get a lot more money if I did some giveaways and stuff. But at the same time, the stuff that's out there I think is pretty good, and I don't see any point in me trying to compete with that. So yeah, I mean I'm quite particular about this sort of thing. I like to make sure I have something a bit more unique. So that switched over to my camera, so I'm just going to say hello for a second. Hello everybody. We're in a slaughterhouse today. A very historic building, a slaughterhouse, an abattoir, as you might also know. Yeah, and someone said we think it's because it's called a slaughterhouse. In Swedish, the name of it is the slaughterhouse. And you look around and go, yeah, it does kind of look like it was probably an abattoir. And that camera needs to be angled up higher because I can't see their heads over there, and they're not that big. So Bandit Squadron, Chris Mitchell. Oh, what a shame not to see you here. It is true that the System Open in Malmö was announced quite later than the other System Opens in Europe, and in fact there is a situation where most of the Swedish players who are not from Malmö had already reserved to go to Italy or to Germany or Paris because the tickets weren't going on sale for Malmö, and so it was just everything was kind of up in the air, made no difference, and they reserved for Malmö. Let's switch cameras back.
Sabine. Bank.
So yeah, definitely had a knock-on effect having the tickets go on sale later, because it meant that as time went on, even if you were in like Copenhagen or Stockholm, getting here for a weekend would be well, in Copenhagen maybe not, because it's a pretty easy train ride, but like the rest of Denmark, getting here for the weekend is probably comparable to having to go to Paris or Hanover even, which is very close by. So, you know, it's kind of like makes no. If your tickets aren't on sale for Malmö but Hanover yes, then maybe you kind of put your hands up in the air and go, I'll go for Malmö then right now, as I've got the money now. I don't have to wait, and that way I'm taken care of. I guess that's kind of like had a big knock-on effect. Because last year for the System Open we had in Copenhagen, and as I said, Copenhagen is basically just 20 minutes away by train. We were over 150 players, and this year 91. So there's not really an excuse for it as far as like, I mean, some people could say we could blame it on second edition. I don't think second edition would have had that big of an impact. to reduce a system open level event by so much. And at the same time, also one of the things I'm seeing with, for example, my own personal experience is to get to Malmö is okay. Now maybe so if you know that Malmö and Copenhagen are next door to each other, and there's a very convenient train runs every 20 minutes for something like €10.
X-Wing players, just a gentle reminder, if you choose to smoke outside the doors here, that's fine, but please do go a little bit further beyond the doors. We're having some people requesting just due to the wind and everything moving through. So if you can just go a little bit further away from the doors when you light up, that'd be fantastic. Thanks all.
So if you're not aware that Copenhagen and Malmö are very easily connected, you might have been looking for flights to Malmö, and the flights to Malmö were pretty difficult to get and quite expensive. So unless you were aware that you could fly into Copenhagen, then maybe you said, hey, let me take a look if I can go to this Malmö system open. And you were like, oh, God, maybe not. like when I first looked, I was looking at pricing flights to Malmö, so I wasn't sure of how close they were. I mean, I understood they were close, but I thought it took like a full-on hour and a half to get across the bridge to here. So, no, it was only about 25 minutes on the train yesterday. It wasn't like a fast train, it was just like a normal train. So that kind of affects it as well. Is that when you think about when we do set up these system open events, is airports have got to be close by, and they've got to be very well communicated airports. You know, in the case of the UK system open in Milton Keynes, there was a bit of flexibility there. The UK system, the UK X-Wing community being so fervent as they are, that travelling to Milton Keynes meant that it was a guaranteed success anyway. And then for the international contingent, they just had to kind of work their way around from flying into London or flying into. So that's what we got. Looks like 3 focus results to me. 3 focuses, and I'm hearing something about protoning, so I'm guessing it's a proton torpedo. No, that's not right. He's not got proton torpedoes on the ships that are left. The finder's gone. So I guess he was wondering about whether or not he's going to receive attack from the photon. Suspends a focus, gets 3, and I'm looking at 2 focuses on the evade dice. Suspends a focus, gets 2, takes 1. 1 damage card. So a pretty lucky roll there from for Bjorn. Oh, and what I've not mentioned was that Bjorn, being the player on round 1, is the person who set up the GoFundMe. So for full disclosure, that's probably the reason why he's on round 1, as a kind of a thank you to him. That it's his responsibility that I'm here today. And a damage card goes on to Suntir, and 2 of them. Oh no, on Vade. Yeah, on Suntir. And that's another 2. And there's 2 evades there. And yeah, basically, I don't see, with the time that we've got left on the round, I don't see Vader and Suntir being able to take enough damage off of the K-Wings. 50 points for a K-Wing. Yeah, I'm not seeing it as being a good idea for him to, at the moment. He needs to get moving. So yeah, thank you to Bjorn for arranging the GoFundMe event, to make it possible for me to come here. Flight fully paid for. I'm staying with a member of the community nearby, and train, petrol, toll roads was all paid for, and parking in Spain. So it was really easy for me. It was a bit of a long drive, but but it was okay. I got to see my mum because she lives in Alicante. So I said, well, I'm flying from Alicante, so why don't you come get lunch with me? Let me just double check one thing.
X-Wing players, that is 10 minutes remaining in the round. 10 minutes remaining in the round.
Thank you, Ulfric, for the... I mean, that's like $3 or something for the bits. Once again, so yeah, do please keep in mind that everything you're seeing today, although this time has been paid for a GoFundMe, all the other events I do are normally paid for through the money I receive through Twitch Prime and through Patreon. So please do, if you are enjoying this, please do consider going over to patreon.com/First Earth and consider dropping us $1 a month there, or anything you feel comfortable with. And then also on Twitch Prime, if you have Twitch Prime, you can drop us, it's like kind of like a tip every month. If you have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime for free, and Twitch Prime comes with like 3 or 5, something like that, tip tokens, basically we call them. They call them subscriptions, but you might as well just consider them like a tip token, that every month you can just kind of drop a little tip in streamers boxes. And so if you do think what I'm doing is worth it, then please do consider popping on over there and or linking up your Twitch account with your Amazon account and dropping on a Twitch Prime token there. Every little bit helps. I actually just got my 3rd payout from Twitch Prime, so very happy to receive that. That was what helped make it possible to reserve accommodation for European Championships this month instead of next month. And then now I've just got to sort out, I've got all my, so this is the other thing, the calendar. I have everything sorted now up until September. I am here today. I am in Madrid next month, everything taken care of there. Well, apart from the travel expenses on the weekend where I have to pay for petrol and stuff like that. I have Paris system open in July, all taken care of, flights paid for, hotel taken care of. I have the European Championships in Poland, in Krakow in August, which means, and in September we've got some hyperspace trials coming around, and we've got one in Valencia, so I'll probably be doing that, which means up until October I'm fully booked. And who knows, October's when World Championships are, isn't it? So who knows? Maybe I'll show up there. I don't know. I'd like to. The thing is, there's a lot of technicalities for me traveling to the US. I've got to be very careful about what I'm doing. Looks like I'm doing a job, and so immigration policy might have a bit of a problem with me showing up and doing this, because it's kind of like, it's not that I'm doing a job, but it definitely looks like it, and there's some way I'm being remunerated while I'm on US soil, so yeah man, there could be some issues there. So I have to make sure I'm fully informed on what I'm doing with that. In the last weekend at Madrid, we had the system open in Madrid, and I believe we're over 300 players already, and the tickets are still on sale. I don't think they even have a couple of Admiral tickets left the last time I asked. You know what? Francisco Berna Menendez, who you'll know from the Palpatine shuttle from Worlds 2015 I should say, he's here today, and so he'll be the person to ask about that. Let me see if I send him a message, his ears pick up while he's walking around judging.
Locken är ju förresten på varv. Jag flyttar den dit. Ja.
Right, so he's obviously not heard it because I've not seen him with his head move. He's not going for his phone. Okay, so I'll see if his head shows up in a minute. Very professional. Making sure people aren't cheating is what he's doing. And Vader takes a barrel roll and moves backwards. So have they got like... Yeah, there's no bombs. I think they were trying to get Suntir in the bombs, but no good there.
Kolla med... Ja, om du vill. Det ser ut som en estetiker, men inte helt. Måste vi också millimeter hela tiden.
Okay, so attacking Vader. rolls 2 and focuses on a hit, gets 2 hits and a crit after the focus, and 2 evades,
i alla fall.
natural evades, takes 1 crit, it's a damage sensor array, and that's still alive.
Kan inte skjuta.
Nu du. Bjorn, skjuter vi tillbaka lite grann då. Där har vi ett skott. Där skjuter vi in i väven. Vad är en svåra?
And 2 hits on Vader. Vader rolls blank, evade, and God knows what's behind that one, but doesn't take any damage, so it makes no difference. And that Vader is undamageable in this round. But you've got those 2 dice attacks, there's not much you're going to be able to do. Spending a barrage rocket. Roll 3, gets a focus and 2 hits. Blank, blank, focus, spends a force. And loses the 2 shields. So just as I was saying, there was no way they could damage him. Those barrage rockets gave him that little bit extra boost, and Vader rolled pretty badly. Too much bookkeeping now in this game with those tokens, the force tokens, the charge tokens. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying second edition is a worse game than first edition. I'm saying it's like it definitely took away the simpleness that first edition had around Wave 4, where, I mean, basically when the game blew up in Wave 4 was because everyone would say, you know, like, you can learn it in half an hour and you're done, and that's it, there's nothing else to it. It's a lot more complicated game now. It's a lot more difficult to get new people into it, I believe. I also believe we need to start working in an electronic format in some cases. And when you're going to get so much bookkeeping in a game, you start to need an electronic format, an assistant app sort of thing, to try and make things just a little bit more effective for you. You can just kind of like, if you imagine like your X-Wing builder app. Hello, Christoph. Sit yourself down. Christoph Pisch.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, I get it right.
You're like multilingual. How many is there languages you speak?
Well, technically I would only say 2 because of English and Spanish,
Okay.
but I've got a little bit of French, and I know, as you all know, I had a Polish girlfriend when I was younger, and so I learned a few of the key phrases like kocham ciebie.
Przepraszam.
Well, I don't know what that means. I just learned the basic things like kocham ciebie, dobra noc, and things like that. Dziękuję. And yeah, and then yeah, but that's pretty much it. French, I'm like student level. Like I can kind of get
good
by.
enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough. So
I wouldn't call myself.
What's happening?
Well, right now they've got little left in the round. They've got 5 minutes left. Vader is behind by 50 points, almost. So there's not much they can do without taking half points. I mean, like you can see, he's got 1 K-wing on 1 whole point, and the rest aren't even anywhere near half points.
Not even scratched.
So
yeah,
with the 5 minutes left in the round, there's not much hope here for Johan. Those K-wings are proving very difficult. I know that Rick Van Ness is watching at home.
Yeah, hello Nick.
Yeah.
Somebody else is screwing up on the stream now.
And he's definitely recognizing that his list is going pretty crazy.
Yeah, most of the people I see are using his list exactly point to point, bomb to bomb. So
because he played it in Hanover as well, huh? He made the top.
He made
top 4 in UK.
Top 4 in UK, top table in Hanover, and top 16 in Eindhoven.
There we go.
So yeah.
So Eindhoven was first, top 16, top 4, and then Hanover was top.
He's improving.
Top table.
Yeah,
but
he lost in the final.
Wow. So
yeah. So basically, yeah.
He had a good run. He went upwards, top 16, top 4, top table.
You would imagine that people will be learning to beat it, not just submitting to the force.
Do you think it's easily beatable, or is it just it needs specific counters?
Mainly it needs good flying, and it requires more of the opponent than of the K-wing player, but as you saw in the final in Hanover, it can go downhill very easily if you don't watch out. So
Yeah.
it's not unbeatable, but it's resilient and very consistent, and it has like options on every side.
Players, that is time on the round.
Okay, so basically-
time on the round. Please finish the turn you're on.
Yeah, it's a bit dark in here.
Unless you've already
Yeah,
got
it's a
set,
pretty
set
dark
it
room. We were
down.
saying before, it's an abattoir, it's a slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where they kill cattle.
Yeah, okay.
An old building where they kill cattle. Because when you go up to the toilets, you notice it. It's like
Okay.
you go up and it's like this long toilet with like obviously there were showers and stuff, and it looks pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
but it's not the best room, but
It's a bit. I mean, it's a little bit dark, and then I'm face on with the window, so the sunlight's coming through there. Is that Boogie? That's Boogie.
yeah, that's boogie.
Hello, Boogie. And then I've got Klaus has put his super lamps there, so I'm like
so that's-
half blind to the whole room.
Yeah, exactly, because we have like to the side of the commentators, we have people playing Destiny
Yeah.
with like professional photo shoot
Yeah.
assembly, so it's pretty
Yeah, you see now those
glaring.
those are things that I've always just kind of figured it's just too much bother for me. For them to sat down like that, okay, obviously the lights are above their heads, so they don't
Yeah,
see it.
it's-
But when I
but
do it for X-Wing players,
they're playing cards, it's different,
yeah,
different
when I
kind
do it
of
for X-Wing players, they always get the glare in the eyes, and they
Yeah.
always complain about it. So in the end, I've just kind of decided
Because
I get
they
more or less acceptable light like this. So
You
I
can
don't see the
everything.
point
You
in
can see everything, and that's good.
in
So
causing
not
so much
much
problem.
happening because at this moment
Is that I mean they're just
there is
taking
nothing.
the final maneuvers.
No, there is
basically.
nothing. There is too little damage
And I
on
don't
the
think
coins.
I don't think he might get a lucky shot through on Suntir.
Yeah, but it is. Yeah, you need it to range one in Suntir, take 2 shields and get the direct hit for half a points of one, and kill the other one. So you will have those 50 points you're missing, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the first engagement doesn't go Ace's way, it's just. What's that?
This is the it's
Faction
the faction representation. No, so
Oh,
we
you
had
put-
like 23% Imperial, 32% in Rebel,
And
11% Scum, then 7% Resistance,
So-
4% First Order, 12% Republic, and 11% Separatist.
So basically, Imperials and Rebels are half of the field, and the rest is divided between 5 fractions. And
Yeah, but
4%
mostly
4%
between
is resistance.
is First Order. 4%.
First Order. Okay,
Yeah,
so
7%
First
resistance.
Order, it's a good faction, but it has high floor. No, not everybody wants to put in the practice and think about the list which will click in this environment. So they will just go for the easier outs, rebel bunkers. That's the thing. So
One with
yeah.
a 2 on it, one
But
with a
it's
1.
pretty
The winner
varied.
gets 2, the loser
I
gets
hope,
1.
because I
So
have
just so
heard
that
different
you
rumors,
guys
I
know
hope
everything's
there will be a
here.
reset like in a month or so, because we need some shakedown of the
Well,
points.
technically speaking, the last points edit was in January, so June, 6 months.
Yeah, June, July. Yeah, I'm really looking forward because
So crit focus. Rerolls one for another crit.
yeah, if you're paying attention, it's just for like bookkeeping because.
No, yeah, of course, but
Yeah.
for the people at home, so they can see what's going on.
It's to tell you the truth, it's the moment I just split and do something else.
Yeah.
Because time is limited. Maybe I will watch later if there is some interview, but
And evade,
it's live.
focus. So it takes a crit, and that's
And
one dead
it's-
K-ring,
yeah.
and that's the blinded pilot, if you were interested.
so it's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
But
And then firing on Suntir, so we might get him off the board with a barrage rocket, gets focus, hit, and blank, focus, evade, uses the focus token, no damage there. Another
And
K-wing's got a
range
turret,
range 1 with a turret, nothing.
blank hit, and focus, evade, blank.
Yeah. And this one can shoot only
Last
Vader.
one.
Yeah, I think it's 3 hits.
Yeah, I think it's finished.
And it's a force, so half points on Vader, so
Direct hit.
whoa! Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead? How?
He got a direct hit,
But he has,
and then a damage card. Oh no, yeah. So he's got a direct hit and a damage card, on Vader. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Anyway, they're speaking Swedish, so I can't follow it.
Yeah.
Trevligt fort om man ska säga, när man slammar in där.
Yeah, the question is Vader dead? So
Du kan ju unika med huvudet som helst.
see if you're interested.
Okay. I saw you put down another card on it.
So, is there a chat?
All right, of course. Okay. I was thinking about the old rules where. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well done.
Fortunately, there is no chat, so I can see if you're even paying attention.
So,
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
I just blubbered around. So
And
it's
I was
nice
wrong.
to see you because as we spoke yesterday, you were not visiting this part of.
I wasn't
West
supposed to come, no.
for a long time. We seen each other like last time in Hanover, which was long time ago.
Yeah.
Back in the first edition. Which loads of things changed since then.
Since then, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, and it's a small.
Can't used to go down.
How many people do we have playing?
91.
And we have like a shout out, Team Serbia, etc.
Yeah, Team Serbia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, what's the name of the doctor? I forget his name.
Sava.
Salva.
Yeah, Sava,
Yeah.
the guy who posts like extreme amounts of pretty girls on his face.
It's true because he works with the Red Cross, and so he's got all these teenage volunteers. Yeah,
That's my like study group.
and they've all got these big smiles. Oi. Okay, thank you very much, Christoph. Good luck for the next round. Okay, Johan, let's sit you down. Okay, congratulations. Well, you know, congratulations for having did the best you could. No?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah?
I think I did.
Your match up there against the 4K Wings, is it
Yeah.
a bad matchup for your list?
I don't know because I haven't practiced against it, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it, but I think it was hard.
Yeah, I mean, for like having to get so much damage off of them as well, especially while you're trying to avoid fire from them. And I mean, it's more of when he was firing with the barrage rockets that was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
The turrets weren't so much of a difficulty, and even then, I mean, Vader just inched away at the end.
Yeah.
So that was unexpected.
I think I could have done better, but also I could have like killed one of his K-wings earlier, and then it would be a bit easier. But I think it was his match, so
Yeah.
I did the best I could.
Okay. And where are you from in Sweden again?
I'm from Hudiksvall, but I live in Gothenburg,
All right.
and I play for Kulex, which is in Kalmar.
Okay. And is that far from here for you to come, or?
Hudiksvall is like in the middle of Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 hours
3 hours drive.
from Stockholm.
Oh, okay.
So from Stockholm, so it's quite far.
All right. Okay. So you probably got like a hotel or something, or?
Yeah,
you're
I live
staying-
with my friends home.
Okay, awesome. I understand you won like a regional or something, or?
No, I just won like a small 30-person tournament in Gothenburg
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago with this list.
Yeah.
It was quite hard because I was so tired when I started playing, and I played for 14 hours, and I was like torn apart in the end.
Right.
quite hard.
And have you been playing for long, or?
I've been playing thing like 4 years maybe.
Yeah.
It was my brother got me into this, and yeah, I'm hooked now. So
And are you always Imperial, or do you switch around?
yeah, I always play Imperial.
Okay.
I think it's more flying, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's
And
fun.
the Hatchet Man list from the Denver System Open, is that something that like?
What is
the, the list you're playing with the Vinder, they're calling the Hatchet Man or something.
Okay,
like that,
okay.
yeah? Did you pick it up before then, or?
I played this since I practiced with my brother in Christmas time, and he was playing two Alpha Class
So, yeah.
with iron cannons, and then I picked up this list.
Okay, awesome. Listen, let's wrap it up there because obviously we're on to time.
Yeah, sure,
and,
yeah. I have
And
to-
I don't think you guys have filled out your match list, have you?
No, I think-
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. Best of luck for the rest of the. Okay, Bjorn. Congratulations on winning your first round at System
Thank you,
Open. You're through to round 2, defeated. Well done.
Yeah.
As I've mentioned before on the stream, this is the gentleman who set up the GoFundMe to make it possible for me to come here. No, because
We want Simon here. We want Simon here.
we spoke about. Well, I didn't speak to you. I spoke to Chris, but he was kind of like the go-between for us. And it was just I said, it's like, if I don't come here, I'd like to come here, but I've not got the money right now, and there's another tournament in Spain this same weekend that I could have done, and that was my plan, was to do that one. But then, and I spoke to the organizer there, and I started saying, well, you know, like they're talking about doing a collection, and he's like, no, it'll be okay. I'd rather you went to a System Open rather than come to our tournament, and so everything kind of fell into place in the end, and we got it all sorted, and now everything's taken care of, and I'm here.
It's super great to have you here.
So, have you been playing the list for long, or is it something you've just seen Rick Van Ness do really well with? And
I played it for a couple of weeks, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 games.
Yeah.
I played K-Wings in the first edition as well.
Yeah.
Completely different list though, with cornernets. But yeah, I like it. It's slow. It's a little bit slow and nice, and the opponent never knows if you're gonna go super aggressive or stay super defensive. So
cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I like slamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that kind of a matchup where you had against the Vader and Binder sort of thing, is that something that goes really easy for you? Do you feel like it was luck that went in your way that time, or what was it that really makes that? Is it a hard game? Is what I'm asking.
It's usually, I think, I'm in favor, mainly due to the aces. If they get hit once by a Sabine trigger with tractor and into another bomb, they die immediately.
Yeah.
But in this game, I think I had really good dice all through the game. I barely missed anything.
Okay, yeah. You had some pretty good rolls, yeah, especially on defense as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I had great dice. So who knows what would have happened if I hadn't? But
cool, awesome. Let's take a quick look at this as well. We've got where's the button? There we go. Get rid of that, and we go down here, and we say, look, 91 players today, 32% Rebels, 23% Imperial, 11% Scum, 7 Resistance, 4% First Order, 12% Republic, and 11% Separatists. No?
Yeah.
Do you think that's kind of like typical for right now, the way things are?
Yeah, I was actually expecting a little bit more Empire, maybe like 50-50 with Rebels and Empire. It feels like they have several good lists that have climbed up.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much...
Yeah, but
they're pretty much
close.
50% of the field there, a little bit more even. And when you're talking about 91 players, those percentages pretty much work out to numbers of lists as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not that much difference there. I think it was like 4 first order lists. But yeah, anyway, as we've gone to time, we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for everything, and best of luck in your next game.
Thank you for being here. And
thank you.